we want to make sure we're paying close attention to. And what I've updated is your marketing message. Oftentimes we want to leave our marketing to, whoever it is that handles your marketing strategy, and just think that, they know what's going on. They know how to get me in front of my audience. And in a lot of cases, we do. We're really good at here at Home Remodeler SEO, but there are a lot of companies in this industry, and there's new ones coming out all the time. Some good, not some not so good from the war stories that have been shared with me over the years. But a lot of us do get it and fully understand digital marketing and multi-channel marketing and messaging. But when it comes down to it, the onus is really on you, as the owner of your business, to be really clear on 3 key fundamentals of your marketing messages. Who your market is it residential or is it commercial? And so who is your ideal customer? Is it the homeowner? Is it the female or the male head of the household? What's their age demographic? What are the demographics and commonalities? The clearer you can be on who your customer is, you can actually craft your messaging on why they should choose you versus working with the competition. So this is what I want to spend some time on today here in our 2019 planning session. It's because your message should be unique. It should be something that makes you stand out. It should resonate with your ideal customer. And really that message and market match informs what we do with your website and what we put on your directory sites and on your Google local service ads and really everywhere. So let's just spend some time fine-tuning that message so we can make sure that it resonates. What I know is when we have a message that resonates and that's on target with our ideal customer, the customer we want, everything we do works better. Our lead generation pulls in leads better. Our average value from a lead is better, higher transaction value. And so it comes down to how do we get clear on what that ideal customer is? The best way to do that is just to spend a little time thinking about your ideal customer, the customer that you like to work with, the customer that isn't a pain in the neck, but that's willing to pay a premium, that is flexible, and that's willing to refer and to pass your name around to others that they deal with on an ongoing basis. So the best way to get into this is to think about your customer in terms of what are their pains and frustration? What are their goals and desires? What are their fears and implications of those fears of working with a home improvement company? What are their dreams and aspirations? So what we found is that typically we're talking about a homeowner that is on average 35 years or older. They've got a career, they've got some disposable income, maybe even a dual income family. Typically the female is the one making the buying decision, especially when it comes to, say, kitchen and bath remodeling. They're typically married. She's got 2 or 3 kids, head of the household. She's the person that kind of drives the day-to-day decisions for her family. The annual income is going to vary greatly from market to market. Obviously, Dayton, Ohio is going to be much different than, say, Denver, Colorado, right? So be clear on what that average household income is, because you can set targeting based around that. They're probably also family oriented. They're easily frustrated that they don't have time to deal with this. They may have concerns with their current situation that needs your services. Maybe it's health concerns for their family. So take some time to think about what are some of the character traits of your typical customer. And then also think about some of their fears and frustrations. This is really where you can start to craft messaging that resonates with your customers. Because let's face it, if their roof is falling, in on them, or if their family has outgrown their tiny kitchen space, this is really where you can start to bridge the gap in your targeting. Maybe they can't get a company on the phone. We all know that. Now I know this doesn't happen with anyone on this call, of course, but oftentimes I will try and call a plumber or get a technician of some sort out to fix something. And more often than not, I never can find anyone to pick up their phone. So, my question always is, how are you running your business if you're not answering your phone, or at least have, an answering service set up? All these customers want to do is give you money for taking care of their issues. So it kind of seems like a good enough reason to answer your phone. So getting clear on what their pains and frustrations are, and then drilling down on those fears. They're afraid they're going to get ripped off. They're going to pay too much for something that they could have gotten somewhere else. Having somebody come in that's maybe cheap that damages their home. Biggest fear, and we've kind of split tested this and we've researched it, is having to wait around for the crew to show up at their home. Believe it or not, your ideal customer is busy. So their biggest thing is they don't want to waste time. They don't want to have to pull out of work that day or cancel an important meeting so that they can be available for you or your crew to show up late, or worse, to not show up at all. Their biggest concern is being inconvenienced, and then also a little bit worried about paying too much or having to pay a bill that's completely unnecessary. So from a goals and desires perspective, they just want the issue fixed. They want to be able to get done and not have to worry about it, check it off their list and know they've got it taken care of and move on with their lives, basically. So what is it for you that you found really that is the true thing that your customer wants? Because I know this, if we can see John Jones, your customer, through John Jones's eyes, then we can sell what John Jones wants to buy. So, it's worth retooling this, worth rethinking about it, at least on an annual basis, because that message and that clarity of who our customer is really what's going to matter the most. It's going to inform us how we write the content for our website, how we write our social posts, types of ads that we run, the types of YouTube videos that we may produce for you. Being clear on your ideal customer can really change all of that. So just being crystal clear on the marketing message media, we can start developing good messaging for you. So really think about this. This is one concept that can and should impact all of your marketing efforts. So the other thing is, why should somebody choose to do business with you versus your competition? It shouldn't be the obvious stuff like, we offer free estimates, or, saying you're the best in town. Everyone says that. It really should be based on what it is about your company that's different. What makes you stand out in your field, your company values and how you treat customers, your mission statement that defines your purpose for your business and how you will end up treating those customers. If you can find these points of differentiation, that's really where you're going to get a massive bump in how well your marketing is converting. And then, what benefit that do you offer to your target avatar, your ideal customer, that's going to resonate? What we're finding works best is just to make sure you're hitting these hot buttons. The more you can hit these hot buttons when they're on your website and when they're reading your social updates, the better. So it could be, ease of scheduling and handling city permitting for you. That speaks to your customers that don't want to be inconvenienced or don't want to have to deal with all this. Straightforward pricing, upfront pricing or satisfaction guaranteed. Take the risk off of what makes me feel confident that you're not going to rip me off is what most of your consumers are thinking. Trustworthy technicians and craftsmen, trusted that they're experienced and professionals in their craft. And then we can really start to craft the reason why, whether it be, fast same-day service, money-saving offers, 24 hours a day emergency service with no overtime charges, clean-cut professional technicians that will leave your house cleaner than when they left it, and of course, great service, right? And so it's this kind of messaging that we want to be able to use and be able to resonate with to make your company stand out amongst all your competitors. So hopefully this is pretty useful for you, and it's got you thinking about some different things about how you can craft your message for your ideal customer. Okay, so to recap on, what's your marketing message? What are you presenting that really is unique and helps you stand out from your competition?